On this trip I'm travelling the globe, heading to remote locations that in their own way have helped to put food on tables across our own fair nation. After an amazing trip to the Alaskan state capital, I'm on a ferry heading south on the next leg of my journey. Back there in the mist, as you know, I've had a fantastic time looking at bears and whales and salmon, but now I'm on the way to Petersburg to see what else this amazing country has to offer. You may think the fair weather is just your average ferry, but that's where you'd be very wrong.
Looks like we've got some icebergs off over here on the port side.
With icebergs and whales to dodge, I started wondering how many lifeboats were on board.
Any second one could pop up in front of us and he's going to have to dodge it or slam on the brakes.
Or the bouncers all the way in there. Yep.
And that's why Captain Rob Carnes and his team are always on the lookout.
There's a couple more off the port. There's one right here. I see it. Okay, two of them there. Yep, got it.
You see, in England, when I drive to work, I get out away with cats and dogs, not a 40-ton whale. Even with just 3,000 residents, Petersburg produces 50 million pounds of seafood every year. And after some friendly sea lions welcomed us to this remarkable fishing port, local historian Sue Paulson was on hand to show me around the town.
Hello.
Sue?
Hey,
Hey, I'm
what
Phil.
a pleasure. Welcome.
Pleased to meet you.
Good morning, Petersburg. There's a ton of fish out there. Be safe, be happy, and here's some music gets you going on your way.
North to Alaska, go north for rescue song.
So this town really is all about fishing.
Absolutely. And by George, I believe you see my brother.
That is there?
Yeah, coming on in with 270,000 pounds of pink salmon.
Wow. Sustainability is a big thing, isn't it? Here?
Oh, so true. In general, I think we can say that all the species in Alaska have been managed in the last 50 years of statehood very, very successfully.
A local fish that continues to thrive in Alaskan waters is the halibut. And according to Sue,
Here you are.
thanks ma'am,
Enjoy.
Inga's Galley serves the best halibut sandwich in town. That's delicious. So what do you do when you're not cooking?
Well, I go commercial fishing.
Commercial fishing?
Yes.
What do you mean, a proper fishing?
Yeah, the
Not
proper
with
way.
the rods?
Not with the rod.
You mean a proper?
Yeah,
Wow!
long lining and trolling.
Well, I reckon I might give that a whirl later. What do you reckon?
You should.
Am I man enough?
I don't know, maybe.
Maybe. Maybe commercial fishing was too much. Hey, I'm Phil. But I'd enjoyed Inga's halibut sandwich, so I wanted to try and catch one to cook with later. And I was told Dan O'Neill knew all the best spots. Look at that, that's a hook.
That's me.
That's bait.
That's me.
Let me show you this. Look at this. Look at this fish. This is bait. So, big hook, big bait. Then we wait. Coffee it is then.
I just don't know what to do with myself. Don't know just what to do with myself. I'm so used to
Fish. Oh, I got a card. No halibut yet, but while we waited, Dan kept me entertained with a rather fishy tale.
We were out fishing here. We're 20 miles out there and we go by this one boat, 17 foot. People look over on my boat looking at this lady. She's sitting back by the engine way back here and she's driving her engine trolling with two fishing poles, and she's got, I'm guessing, a 4-month-old baby in his arm right there, cradled there, and she's still driving the boat. And that one rod just goes boom, fish on, and she takes the little baby and she just kind of tosses it into the baby seat and grabs the rod and just starts fighting the stupid fish and got it in. And then she fires up her engine and everybody's looking at me, well, what she's doing? I says, well, she's got to have dinner prepared by 5. Now there is the Alaskan woman.
As Dan eloquently finished explaining the essence of Alaskan life, there was a tug on my line. Wow, look at him. And this time, it was something really big. No halibut, but a fish sold in chippies all over the UK. Wow, look at that. A skate.
Much tougher to catch than a halibut.
Exactly right, yeah, exactly right, Dan. How much do you reckon that weighs?
Oh, 70 pounds.
Is that really?
Sure.
Wow, look at that. As my hopes of catching halibut sank beneath the waves, Dan raised my spirits with the scenic route back to Petersburg. Wow, they're beautiful. Some things in life really blow you away, and this is one of them. Look at this. These are fragments of a glacier about 10 miles up, and it's an incredible sight. It's almost like something from a science fiction movie. Look at them, look at these, look! After that magical experience, it was back to reality. After missing out on catching a halibut, it was time for a trip to the local fish market. This is what I should have caught. Look at this thing here. This is a halibut and it weighed 1,100 pounds, but it was so big they didn't have scales to measure it. That's an estimate, but if I could catch one of those. And I've been told the cheeks of this gargantuan fish are an Alaskan delicacy. What I'm trying to do is to get sort of Britain meets Alaska, so British flavours but using Alaskan ingredients. So where we start? Well, here we've got some halibut cheeks. What I've done is I've just literally coated those with a bit of egg and breadcrumb and patted them dry, no flour whatsoever, just like that. In here I've got some king crab legs, brown king crab legs, which I've split open, boiled, split open, and then just warming on the back of the barbecue. To flavour the cheeks, foam up unsalted butter before placing them in the pan. Adding the bacon pieces, mushrooms, and my secret ingredient, clam juice. And I've just reduced it right down till you get about 2 or 3 tablespoons. So this will give it a really punchy sauce. After removing the cooked cheeks from the pan, the clam juice is added to the bacon and mushroom mixture. Then finally, we've got a little bit of flat leaf parsley. Again, I'm not going to chop it too far. Just literally run a knife through it into the pan. We'll swirl that round. There you go. Look at this lot. Look, 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 look. This lot turned up. I hope you're hungry. When I started, I had no one there really. Now the cheeks go back in, and we're just going to leave those just to warm through in the sauce. So again, what we've got here is a lovely bacon stock, almost like a sauce. To dress the crab, I'm adding curry powder to butter with crushed pepper and a sprinkle of turmeric. Spread the mixture over the legs, adding a touch of honey to sweeten the flavour. Just a little bit, just to give the whole thing a bit of balance. Once the curry mixture is melted, the crab is ready to go, and it's simply a matter of dressing the halibut cheeks. That's it. What a great place to be.
Oh, this is awesome.
So it's really yummy.
You know, sometimes when we go filming and you get off a plane, you're not entirely sure what you're going to find. But very occasionally you come across something which blows your mind, and Alaska is that place. What with the bears, the salmon fishing, the mountains, the weather, the people, everyone seems very content and happy. It's not often we find that these days, and it's just blown me away. What a place.